Hello, dear students. I'm your English teacher, Miss Rachna Chakravarti. I welcome you to my channel, Easy English Education. So, today I'm ready with the explanation of something new. As my students of class 11th were requesting me to upload something of class 11th, so I'm ready with the chapter number 1, The Portrait of a Lady. This is from the book Hornbill, and the author is Khushwant Singh. This is an autobiography of Khushwant Singh because he has mentioned about his relationship with his grandmother, and he was a very eminent Indian author writer, and he has described very beautifully how he had a beautiful childhood time and boyhood time in the company of his pious grandmother. So let's have some information about Khushwant Singh. Khushwant Singh was born in 1915 in Hadoli. He was educated at the Government College, Lahore, and at Kingsley, Cambridge University, and the Inner Temple in London. He was a member of the Rajya Sabha from 1980 to 1986. He is awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1974, but he returned it in protest against the Union government blockade of the Golden Temple in Amritsar. He was really a renowned personality. Let's have some information about the grandmother. She was very religious, kind, short, fat, and slightly bent. Her hair was silvery and her face was wrinkled. She was like winter landscape. Now see the beautiful winter landscape. So much serene and peaceful. Beauty is not just superficially a lady is beautiful. It's something that peaceful personality is always beautiful. Now, let's have some information about Khushwant Singh's grandfather. He wore a big turban and loose clothes. His portrait hung on the wall of drawing room. Khushwant Singh always thought that he could never have a wife because he was always a very old person. It was his childhood thought. He recounts his childhood days and his relationship with his grandmother in this particular chapter. Now see this lady. You can see her face is completely wrinkled, filled with wrinkles, and crisscross of wrinkles are there. She is not a young lady, but still a cheerful and nice lady. Now you have to imagine about a lady, the one who always spent her time in telling the beads of rosary. Telling the beads of rosary means, manki ki mala ferna and all. So she was busy doing all that. Every time she was chanting some bhajans and, mantra. She did not spend a single minute, single second spending or wasting doing nothing. She was chanting the bhajan. Students, let me tell you, Khushwant Singh's grandmother always went to school along with him. Reason? Because the school was attached with a temple. By the time children were learning about the alphabets, she was always busy with the reading of scriptures. And one more thing, she gave the boy in the breakfast the stale chapati with some sugar and butter, and she carried the leftover chapatis for the street dogs. While coming back from school, she always threw the chapatis to the dogs, and the dogs were fighting for it because they wanted to have the chapati. So this shows that she loved animals also. So she was really a very nice lady. The first turning point in their life came when they shifted to city house. Then after the child started going to an English medium school by a motor bus, the lady was no longer able to come along with the child. And when she learned about that science education, gravitational force and music lessons were being given, she did not like because there was no education of God. So she was very much helpless. She started spending her time over spinning wheels, and the best time she had, it was the half an hour that she always spent with the sparrows. She broke the pieces of chapati and threw to the sparrows, and the sparrows were very much friendly. Every day they came to get the food. The second turning point was when the boy was given a separate room when he was in the university. The lady never complained against anything. She accepted everything quietly. But the most important turning point was when Khushwant Singh decided to go abroad for 5 years. So at that age, nobody could tell and Khushwant Singh was almost sure that he would not be able to see her again. But at that terrible old age, she came to drop Khushwant Singh at the station. She was full of life at that age also. And then 5 years, how did she spend? Feeding the sparrows with the usual time. Then after 5 years, she came to pick Khushwant Singh, and she was not a single day looking older than before. So, what was the spirit you can see? And that evening, how she spent her evening time, remember. She collected all the neighborhood ladies and took a drum and started beating and singing the homecoming warrior. Continuously, she sang for many hours, and then the next day, she was taken ill. The grandmother knew that her end was near, so she continued telling the beads of rosary, and then finally she died very peacefully. When she was no more, her dead body was covered with a red shroud and kept down on a crude stretcher. When it was evening time, in the veranda the dead body was kept. The golden yellow light was entering the veranda. It was a beautiful sight. You know what was unimaginable sight? The golden rays were falling on the dead body, and in that gloomy evening, when Khushwant Singh arrived, he saw thousands of sparrows sitting in the veranda, surrounding the corpse, the dead body of grandmother. But not a single bird chirped or made any noise or sound. Even the mother of Khushwant Singh was very much sorry. She broke the bits of chapatis and threw to them. But nobody, not a single bird, touched the bits of chapatis. Once the dead body was taken away, they flew away silently. And the next day, the sweeper had to sweep them out. So this shows that how did they pay homage. Even the birds paid homage to the pious lady. In the summary, this is Khushwant Singh's relationship with his grandmother. In the childhood days, the author went to the village school with his grandmother. The school was attached with a temple, and all children recited alphabets while grandmother was engaged in reading the holy scriptures. So finally, while they came back, they threw the chapatis to the dogs. In the boyhood days, the author went to city school in a bus and was turning point in their lives. He went to an English school, but the grandmother never liked it because there was no teaching of God. And when in the early youth time he went abroad for 5 years, the common link of their friendship was broken. And she spent most of her time spinning the wheel and reciting prayer. And the evening time she spent with the sparrows. And after 5 years, when he came, she celebrated the return of her grandson by collecting some women in the neighborhood and beating the drum. But the next morning she was taken ill. While praying, her lips stopped suddenly, and the beads of rosary fell from her lifeless fingers, and she was no more. But sparrows, they paid homage to the beautiful lady. Physically she was not at all beautiful, but that personality was really beautiful. So thank you students for patient listening. I hope I have made the things clear to you. It's understood by you. Please let me know if you have any query, and kindly like, share and subscribe and promote your teacher, Miss Rachna Chakraborty. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.